I feel so frustrated, and I make it so damn complicated for myself. My world seems like it's deflating. Oh, but I have to smile throughout it for everyone else. Sometimes I wanna fly high up to the clouds, and I just wanna cry, die, and never come down, down. I'm the silence and the noise, I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. I'm the silence and the noise, I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. Most of the time I'm jaded, 'cause I keep quiet instead of honest. Someone help. Sometimes I wanna fly high up to the clouds, and I just wanna cry, die, and never come down, down.
For your weekly dose of the podcast where anything goes. I'll have you know.
We go. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another podcast with myself, Kev, and the man over there, Jace.
Hello, guys.
So, man, we're going to talk. Right. So, with last 2 weeks, we've been playing Battlefield 2042. Obviously, we've come from COD, playing that. Not come from COD as in that's all we've ever played. But it has been the game that we've been playing for the last year, easily a year, really.
Yeah.
And then we've jumped over. We've been excited about the game coming out and stuff like that, and then finally it comes, and we're going to talk a little bit about it and like the fundamentals behind it all, how we play. We're not going to tell you everything of how we play, but we're going to tell you to a level of like how different it is playing COD, basically. So, what do you reckon we should start with, Jace?
Well, I think we did the Battlefield and Call of Duty thing last week. The reason why we're doing Battlefield again, I realised that the podcast we've talked about various things, but where we all started off gaming with each other. So primarily, we are going to talk about gaming quite a bit. So the reason why we're talking about Battlefield is, like Kev says, we've been playing Call of Duty for the best part of the year. And now we've finally given up on that piece of shit game, and we are now progressing back onto Battlefield, where you're forced to work as a team and you have that camaraderie, and that's why we want to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Like obviously when you play COD and stuff like that, you've got the squad members. There's 4 of you in a squad, or you do trios or whatever. But Battlefield's mainly been the 4-player kind of, you're jumping into a game with 128 people, 64 aside, and you're working as a team of 4 on that 64, if you get what I mean. So
yeah, see, it's 64 on the original Xbox and PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. It's 130.
Oh, so it's 4 more? What's it now? 126 or 128?
128, but 130 is a round up number, right?
Yeah, close enough. But so what I'm saying is basically you are working as a team of 64, say 64.
Yeah.
But you're running a squad of 4 in that 64, basically. So and the fundamentals is completely different. You can go into playing Warzone and stuff like that, and you can be your own person. You don't have to have any kind of specialists or anything like that. You can literally just run around with your weapons and shoot and kill and work as a team to a certain extent in that, which nobody fucking did in COD, to be honest. But with Battlefield, you can't fucking you can run around and be your own person, but you're not going to get anywhere. You will not get anywhere on Battlefield.
With Call of Duty, you did get to pick your own character, but with Battlefield, yeah, you do get to pick your own character, but each character comes with a set skill that no other character will have. So it's like your character, I know, has got the wingsuit. Yeah. My character has a small sentry gun, which is great for burrowing down on certain flags and protecting the flags. But I also use what character is that? It's Boris. My character is Boris and Doza Esperanza, and he runs an absolute fucking a mental shield. He runs a proper badass shield that can take so much fucking damage if you're walking head on, a couple of guys behind you. So each character kind of forces you to maintain that teamwork side of stuff.
Definitely. It also works with like so obviously we'll just explain what it is. So you got your assault, you've got your medic, you've got your engineer, and you've got your sniper. Is that correct? That's right.
That's for your gun classes, yeah.
For your classes, yeah.
But each character has a set thing. So it's like my Dozer is an attacker, whereas Boris is a protector.
Yeah.
And then you've got you obviously you've got I can't remember the name of the chick, but she runs a medic. She's obviously she's down as support. So you have the fundamental of each character and that sort of thing. It really does force you to kind of pick your team wisely. Yeah, it does help to have communication.
Yeah, you want somebody running, like, say, as a medic. You want somebody able to, to give you first aid. You want somebody as a assault or it's usually engineer that carries around like ammunition and stuff like that. So you get extra ammunition because you do run out pretty quickly on COD, especially if you're running like anti-tank missiles and stuff like that. You only get 3. A tank will usually take, I think it's usually 1 more than 3 in it, or it could be 3. It depends on the damage on it.
There is one character that runs ammunition, chucks off ammo. However, I tested it myself. When you're that character and you throw ammo down, it will replenish your ammo, but it will not replenish grenades, missiles, C4, C5, whatever the fuck it is. It won't replenish any of that stuff. It will only replenish your primary weapon, which obviously is not ideal. Yeah, for you to run ammunition, you need to give up the likes of your M5 rocket for ammo, or give up your C4 for ammo, whatever it is that you're running as your tactical. You need to give it up for ammo. So as the teamwork comes around, you need to have a good set of people. C5. You need to have a good set of people. So 4 team members. You got one, myself. I will give off the sentry gun to help you guys protect them that way. But I also run anti-tank, so I'm gonna go for the vehicle and try and blow it up. It's obviously helpful having a medic in the team, which I don't think we have one, to be honest.
No, do you know, I'm quite selfish in the way that I love to run the anti-tank. I think I'm getting my aim off right with it. I'm utilizing it more and stuff like that. And I use
but see, it's not really selfish. It helps to have 2 on your team that's destroying tanks, because you've seen it yourself. The C5 will fucking annihilate anything. 3 of them blows anything up. But when you've got your AA missile, the reload's far too slow, and the damage isn't as good. So it helps to have 2 of them, or 2 rockets for the tank. You know, so it's helpful to have 2 destruction characters in your team, 1 medic, and obviously for medicinal purposes. And it's good to have your ammo support as well. So and that replenishes itself if you run an ammo. So you chuck down a box of ammo, you get your rockets back, and we're straight back in the fight. And it's a continuous thing. And everybody
it's good, like if you're running your anti-tank missiles and stuff, while the other one's reloading, you're sending a missile in, and by the time you're going to reload, the other guy's reloading, and you're chucking back into it. So you're hitting this fucking tank and absolutely smashing it before it's even known where the missiles are coming from and stuff like that. It's a very tactical game, which is one thing.
Sorry, okay, I just read Aaron's message. Yes, Aaron, we are very beautiful. I love you too.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Sorry, Aaron.
No, I put it in the group chat.
All right. So yeah,
I vibrated on my left testicle there, so I had to look down. You know.
Well, I'm so happy for you that you see. Even now, you get fucking things that set you off. I get nothing.
Everything sets me off right now.
I told you an elbow touch would fucking ruin me right now. I think. But anyway, back to tactics and stuff like that. So Battlefield's definitely a far more tactical game to play. You can't go in doing your slide cancelling bullshit. You can't go in fucking like running rings around people and stuff like that. I think very much like if you're going to attack somebody, or say you've got a team of 4 running at you, you know for a fact you're not really going to take that team of 4 out, because you're not going to be able to reload. Even though we did it.
I fucking did it. So Kev went down. Hey Charlotte, how you doing, doll? Kev went down, and the best thing about Battlefield is you can request yourself to get revived, and it's a minute, right? So Kev went down, and I ran in, and there's a full fucking team of 4, and I fucking annihilated them all. I went pure Call of Duty on them. I don't know how I'd done it, but it's because the gun that I was running at the time, it's an 800 round burst. So you're bursting 800 rounds at a fucking second. And it really helps. The damage is subliminal. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll give you that one for a team. But what I'm saying is, like, in general, you've got to think tactically about taking out a team. You sensor, you probably put one down and you'll leg it as fast as you can and get away while they're trying to get that guy up. That's when you go back in and try and take him out again and stuff like that. Yeah. But also you're thinking about, like, are you going to throw a grenade? Are you going to lay down a fucking mine? Or, You know, there's so much more going on. And also, if they're dropping down what I like to call the robo dogs, which is the old fucking, you know, the OP dogs that they put down and
the
stuff like
Ranger.
that. Like, shit. You know, you're not gonna, like, if somebody's running at you with one of those dogs with them, your best bet's to fucking run away, because you ain't gonna take that dog down. Do you get what I mean? Unless you fucking.
It's a harder little fucking thing, isn't it?
Dude,
it's hard,
fucking
like.
next level, man. But you got to think. You're shooting at that guy that's running that dog. As soon as you kill him, that dog's still fucking there. It's still coming for you. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you can't just take it out in a matter of fucking seconds. Like you can put a full clip into one of those and it won't go down unless you fucking grenade it or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to think more about how you're attacking and how you're putting people down and stuff like that. Also, while you're doing that, and you've got fucking 3 helicopters over your head, fucking chucking missiles and fucking.
Yeah, the choppers are very, very overpowered. They are fucking. It's quite stupid, actually. To be fair, if you're like, so back in Battlefield 4, I was absolutely fucking phenomenal. You put me in a tank, and I'd rip jets out the sky. I'd rip everything apart. I was great at it. But back then, the tank was pretty simple. All the mechanics were there. There was 2 seats. There was my seat and your support seat, who just used a little 50 cal gunner. Where in my seat, I had the likes of protective armor. I had a repair kit, a smoke bomb, and obviously I had my sentry. With the tanks now on the new Battlefield, there's 4 seats. So there's 4 roles in that one tank, which is how it is anyway. In reality, that is how it is. But it's a lot harder if you're in a tank, there's a jet or a chopper flying over you. The nozzle doesn't go as high as what it did on Battlefield 4. So for me to get a good shot at that, I need to reverse or move or maneuver or not. And it does take a bit. So you do need a good team behind you in that tank. But more often than not, you're on your own. You always find yourself on your own. Somebody will always just use you to get to the other side of the map. And you won't actually... people don't realise, if you're in a tank, you're going to rack up so much points, XP, and kills if you're in that support seat, the gunner seat, or even the spotter seat. You're racking it up because every assist counts as a kill as well.
Exactly. And this is another thing. It's not all about the kills. It's
not. Absolutely not. It's not. Yeah. You'll get some people that'll sit on top of a building sniping and they come out of the game with 64 kills.
Yeah.
There's no KD ratio in Battlefield. Battlefield is there to progress you into teamwork, statistical thinking, and winning the game. The only KD is the win-loss ratio of a game, not your kill death.
Which is literally the whole fucking team. It's not.
Yeah, I like it that way. I generally like it that way. I want to go for the win. So, because the maps are so big, I think a good tactic that we tried last night. Was it last night? It was fucking last night.
We didn't play last night.
Did we not?
No.
Yeah, we did. We played for like 2 hours.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Because I went for a nap before work.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. I'm sorry, guys. Kevin's old. We need to give it them. It's anyway. So, the tactic that we did last night was pretty great. Now we know the map is massive. There's no point trying to cover the map because half the time when you're running from one flag to the other flag, it's a fucking triathlon.
Yeah.
Honest to fucking God, it's a triathlon. So instead of covering the distance, we focus our one squad on a set flag because all flags seem to have 1 each or 3 each. So you'll have 3 flags at one side, 3 flags at the other side, and then 1 and 1 in the middle. That's generally how it works. So if we control, say, the 3 flags and we're migrating between them 3, which is only a set of minutes of distance, we're racking up so much points on defending, killing anybody that's coming in, as well as making sure that nobody else is getting the flag. And we're winning the game. And that's where we get all of our fucking points from.
Yeah.
It's a great tactic. Yeah. And if everybody seen it that way, it would be a hard game to fight the enemy if they did it that way. But if our team decided to do that, when they listen in chat, and which they don't, we'd win. We would. 100%. It's a great tactic.
Definitely. Obviously, there is the funny side of the chat system that you use and make me laugh with. So there's always the.
I don't talk in the chat.
You fucking what? I'll be bleeding out on the floor, and you're fucking busy there, fucking chatting away, laid down on the floor watching
It's
TikTok.
not chatting away. It's me telling them that they're fucking idiots and they need to either get the fucking tank over to a flag, or how about reviving? It's not Call of Duty, or maybe I'm giving abuse sometimes. It is what it is.
I think what we've got to say is obviously today is the 2nd of the 12th, 2021, and they have released an update today, so that's cool. I haven't obviously. We haven't actually played since the update, so I couldn't say what it's like, but hopefully there's a lot of fixes. Again, Jace was saying about the helicopters being OP, that could literally be changed now. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot.
There's a lot of visual effects that have been added in. So the update, this update is the 3rd update since Battlefield was released, and there's 150 bug fixes per map, I think.
Yeah.
They've changed the UI as well for the menu. When you want to go to your collection point to check your character, change your gear, this and that, that's been changed. I haven't checked it out, but it has been changed. Right. I'm hoping that some of the bugs regarding spawning and things disappearing off your vehicles or your guns is there as well.
Yeah.
I haven't checked it.
But we've got to remember that this is a fucking huge game. It's massive. There's a lot going on at one time. I mean, you could literally be in a battle with 40 people at one time, and you got to think the game. A lot of people like with COD that would glitch out. It would be fucking bullshit. It would be horrible. But the game's still that powerful that it's fucking running through these kind of things.
Thing is, there's so much hate getting progressed onto the game, and I know this is the majority of the hate that's coming from is Fortnite players, Call of Duty players, and the new generation of gamers. That's where all the complaints are coming from. People like me, people like yourself, and various other gamers throughout the world aren't complaining about the game being the way it is, because Battlefield 4 was like that when it was first released, and that became one of the best Battlefield games even to date. The new Battlefield is massive. It's the biggest Battlefield that's ever been created. There's a lot more getting added into it. Now, anybody that's played the previous Battlefields know that Battlefield is an all-out warfare between land, air, and water. This Battlefield so far only has land and air, but the big battleship at the front of the screen when you're loading up is an insight of what's coming. And I reckon once they've smoothed out everything that they need to do, because EA and DICE actually listen to their customers. They listen to the gamers, and that's why we've got so much fucking fixes and 2 updates in the space of 2 fucking weeks is fucking phenomenal. You don't get that with Call of Duty. You don't get that with Forza or any other game.
I was literally going to bring that up, but no, that's so true. And I mean, like you say, you can literally you can tweet something. You can literally tweet something, put it out there, and you can say this is going on, and they actually fucking take into context of what you're saying, and like they're like, okay, this. And I'm sure if they get enough, like say enough people are turning around and saying, well, they did it with the hovercraft when the hovercraft first came on it.
Yeah.
It was fucking OP. As soon as one of those came, you knew you're fucking dead, basically. And they instantly, the first update they did was take away the OP of the hovercraft straight away. That's what you need. And there's also one of the best things I found is you've got no fucking pay to win on Battlefield.
No, not at all.
You want to get better at the game, you have to get better at the game. Do you know what I mean? That's it. If you want better weapons, you want the better attachments, you get better at the game. It's as simple as that.
Well, that's it. That's what, like we said that last week. When EA came out with, I think it was Star Wars Battlefront, they had a lot of transactions, and people hated that. But when Battlefront came out, it was the exact same time as they brought out FIFA. EA are a big company. Obviously, there's different departments, branches within it. So DICE run the likes of Battlefront, Battlefield, that sort of thing. Whereas FIFA's run by someone that I don't give a fuck about because I don't like football. But the fact is, when the both games came out at the same time, there was so much fucking microtransactions in the games that both games were boycotted by everybody. The gamers came together and boycotted both games to the point where EA made a massive update on both games eliminating microtransactions, eliminating the pay to win side of stuff, and creating what we all grew up playing. If you played the
Again.
Nintendo 64 back in the day, you're not going to pay for nothing online. You
No, of course
progress
not.
yourself because that's how it is. Same with
You're not gonna
PlayStation 1 and
get a
PlayStation 2.
a buffed out fucking Mario. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It doesn't happen, and it's like you go in. It's just like for myself playing the Battlefield games before and playing COD. Battlefield is for me. I know it's getting like some people are hating on it and stuff like that, but there's some people that like. There's a lot of people out there that are loving the games. And the problem is with any kind of like disappointing game or a game that's got bugs and stuff like that you're instantly going to be attracted to the shitty comments, not the good comments. Do you know what I mean? So so you're always going to look
the
at
internet is full of that many trolls and people that want to destroy something. The way I see it is, I'm an old school Battlefield player. I know how every single Battlefield has came out, and I know how they've all turned out.
Yeah.
This Battlefield has got so much fucking people need to realize, right? I've had the game 3 weeks, sorry, but the game's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What? That's less than a fucking month. You're not going to get a game that fucking big and have no issues.
They're already doing more in a month than like COD did in a year of fucking.
They've already done more in 2 weeks than what Call of Duty
there you go.
in a month. You know what I mean? So like they listen to the gamers, and back to that idea of the microtransactions. For you to progress yourself on Battlefield, you generally need to play the game. You can't just think, oh well, I'm going to jump in the store and do this and that, because there is no fucking store. There's no options for the store. The only option that there is to get the year pass, and you don't need to buy the year pass for anything map wise, for guns, for anything, because the year pass is only for cosmetics. If you want to look good, you buy the cosmetic, but they're not blueprints like Call of Duty. They're just fucking skins.
Do you know as well? So you don't go onto the fucking home screen and you're being forced to look at stuff. You're not. You know what I mean? It's not being pushed in your face like buy this, buy that. It's like, here's the game, play it. Oh yeah, if you want to, up in the top right corner, there's a store. Do you get what I mean? It's like
exactly. So like, out of curiosity, right? Because there's no pay to win side of shit. What guns do you run? What's your loadout?
What's my loadout?
Yeah.
So I run the AK-47. No, the AK. 47-24, is it?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I run the. See, I'm not very good with the names of them. The second pistol down with the.
Yeah. So.
Do you know what I'm on about?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's got the fucking the back guard on it.
Yeah, and then I used obviously the recoilless fucking missile launcher. I use frag grenades, and I use the dispersed frags as well. You know, the ones that you throw a grenade and like 5 grenades go down at the same time.
The cluster structs, yeah.
Well, the basic reason I use those is like if I'm close quarters with a tank or something, I can hit him with a missile, chuck a frag at him. While those frags are going off, I'm reloading at the same time. Do you know what I mean? And it just kind of like it's going to put that extra tiny little bit of damage on the vehicle while I'm reloading to chuck another missile at him, if you get what I mean. So it's all like, again, it's tactics. It's using those, you know, if you're battling a tank on your own, that's the kind of thing I'd say to do, if you know what I mean, is cause that tank so much fucking aggro that you can literally duck and hide behind a fucking boulder or something while you're reloading, while your fucking frags are still damaging that vehicle, ready to chuck another fucking missile at it, basically. Or you're waiting for some support to come in from you guys or whatever.
For me, I run a various amount of guns. The PP-29 I run. I don't know what I'm mastered at that. I'm running the AK-27, and I'm trying out the PKP right now, the LMG. It's an 800 round burst, so you're firing 800 rounds at a second, which is better than damage half the time. People don't seem to realize that either. And that's the gun that I use to rip the 4 guys apart. I also have just put on the Magnum. I haven't tried it yet. I used to hate the Magnum in COD, but this isn't Call of Duty. So things are a little bit more realistic in the way that they built their guns. I don't run a frag. I run a sentry grenade. I throw that grenade in and it checks whoever's in a building or whoever's wherever, and it's fucking helpful.
Yeah.
I mix it up between the C5 and yeah, the Magnum did have a lot of recoil, and that's been changed. That's been completely U-hauled. I run C5 or sometimes the M5 rocket, depending on where I'm defending. If I'm defending on top of a massive building, I'll have my AA rockets on for the choppers.
I think if you're gonna, I think if I'm running certain maps, then I'd put on like the AA. So like high building maps, I'd say use AA because you've got a lot of fucking
colonoscopy.
Yeah. Kaleidoscope. But I'd probably try and use maybe AA. But it's still so like guys, if you haven't played the game, it's very difficult when you've got say 1-2 helicopters trying to attack you while you were trying to lock on with a missile. Plus they've got their flares going off to stop that missile hitting them. So you kind of, if you're going to run an AA in your team, you want to kind of like speak to your teammates and say maybe both you, me and Jay said it the other day, we both run the AA. So while one of us is locking on, sending a missile, they're using their flares to get rid of it. The other guy's locking on while the flares can't be used because you've only got a certain amount of times that you can use the flares to actually hit the helicopter. And I think actually if you use the AA missiles, you can literally take a helicopter out in one hit.
See, that's right? The thing is, right, that's the tactic that you need to have, because like I said before, when you're reloading, by the time you've reloaded that one missile, they've already got the fucking flares up or they're gone. So having them two people there is fucking great. Yeah. Another thing as well, the C5, no, sorry, the M5 rocket is non-lock-on, but the AA is lock-on. However, if you've got someone in your team, and I'm not talking about just your squad of 4, I'm talking about your whole fucking team. If you've got that one person out of, 64 players that's running a soft lam, that locks on to anybody, and anybody in the team can use it. So if you're running your M5 rocket and you've got a soft lam, you can see that there's one of the vehicles got the big red fucking dot around it. That's one of our guys, our soft lam.
And then you can literally just send a missile on.
Yeah. So the non-lock-on missile actually locks on because that soft land's there. It's like a heat projector, and that's great. I mean, the game is made for teamwork. Again,
that's the thing. Like, obviously, we've been playing the last few weeks, and you know, all you're seeing is the COD players and that coming in and literally just running into battle. They're not thinking about anything.
They are fucking up.
Oh, they are literally terrible.
You can tell a Call of Duty player a mile away when you're playing Battlefield. If you're going 100%. Against someone and they're jumping around like a fucking Mongol, you're going to fucking destroy them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the ice? It's true.
Yeah. I get you. It's a fucking. It's Sorry, guys. It's a very tactical. It's a very fucking hard game as well. I'd say. I think it's hard to get. Very hard game. Like, you know,
maneuverability is more there though, isn't it?
Oh, it's more realistic.
There's no movement on Call of Duty. It's like copy and paste, and you're just there. But with Battlefield, you generally need to operate yourself, and you need to get good settings in your controller. Now, I'm not going to go into my settings for a controller because let's fucking face it. If anybody here that's watching me and Kev, and you end up going against us, we're not going to give you the ammunition to beat us. So for our controller, we set it up last night properly, and it works well. It works well. But I will say this. If you go to your display points and you take off the grid, majority, I can't remember all of the settings, but the display points at the bottom, there's like 5 sections of it that they'll all probably be on or 100%. Take them all off, and your game will look 10 times better. There'll be no motion blur, no fuck all, and you'll actually manage to see people at a distance. And I found that they were seeing me at a distance before I was seeing them. I changed those settings last night, and I was seeing little cunts hiding in fucking bushes. And I was taking pot shots. I was loving life. It was great.
It is the way to play. You've got to have an insight into it. I mean, obviously, like Jay, he's been playing for years, different fucking games, played all the Battlefields, played all the CODs, you know, stuff like that. only really got back into the gaming side of things a year ago, so I'm still like trying to pull it up. But I obviously gamed when I was younger and come from like certain Battlefield games and stuff like that. So trying to still find my feet, but I think I've got it quite well at the moment. But that's obviously with decent team members as well. So it is having a good squad. It is having good communications and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. We're not standing here saying you have to be fucking miserable and play the game to a military standard. Me and Jace have a fucking damn good laugh while we're playing. Do you get what I mean? So, and
Yeah.
like,
I've
the
made some
laugh-
pretty good fucking videos too that I'm going to be
yeah.
chucking up on TikTok.
But I was going to say something like the realistic side of the movement and stuff like that. I genuinely think it's very, very realistic of how you're moving around the field and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people could come in here and say, well, they fucking got wingsuits and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but have you never seen somebody with a wingsuit fucking flying around like that? Because they genuinely fucking do. These people fucking fly like that. You're a professional. If you're a professional fucking wingsuit,
we're gonna just be. It's that point where we're gonna take our break. We're gonna come back on the wingsuit thing though.
okay.
Guys, give us 2 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be back talking utter shite about how we're absolutely amazing. All right.
In 2 minutes, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
And we're back in the room. Hello and welcome back.
Hi.
Right, so what were you going to say? So obviously I've said my little bit about the wingsuit and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were saying about people not being susceptible to the wingsuit, right? But if anybody was to look into our military, they would, what the fuck was that?
Stretch, you're talking.
Let's
Shut up.
hear you. Sorry, guys, that was our technical genius in the background having a sneezing fit and a masturbation session. Anyway, if anybody looked into our military, they would see that we actually do have wingsuits in our military, and in fact, we are just we've just approved the new jetpack. I don't know if you've seen the jetpack online. It's a bulky looking motherfucker, and honestly, I can't see it being very good for anything other than getting around or getting up somewhere. But it's bulky, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, we've kind of there's something in the middle of the screen, Stretch. Just so you know, sorry guys, I do apologize. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, there's a lot obviously going on behind closed doors and stuff like that with the military that you won't see.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, baby.
Hello, Aaron, dude. How you doing? You know, there's a lot going on behind closed doors and stuff like that. The jetpack videos I've seen, you know, yeah, it is a bit bulky and stuff, but you got to look that you could potentially it could be like made smaller. This is all
Of course
like
you can. Hey, dude, I've seen Iron Man. I know how it started off.
But what I was saying like, about the wingsuit, people like, oh yeah, but in COD, like people don't fly like that, and I'm like, fuck off. You know, if you actually genuinely watch people flying with wingsuits, it's fucking phenomenal what they can do in those wingsuits.
I have never been in a wingsuit, but I have seen a wingsuit up close, and yeah, our military do use them. In fact, the Chinese military use them a lot, which is a scary thing to do. But wingsuits are, as it says, it's a wingsuit. If you jump off a fucking cliff or a building, you wing that shit out of there. But then as soon as it goes straight back into your pouch.
Yeah.
It's not like a parachute. You don't just fucking use it once and then now, well, that's it, fact, I'm gonna have to pack it up. You can use it multiple fucking times. It's the whole point of being a wing suit, you know.
So, you
So
know-
it's, and I'm glad they don't have the jetpacks. McKay, the character on Battlefield. So, like with Boris, my character, he runs a sentry gun. Your character runs the wingsuit.
Yeah.
McKay runs a grappling hook.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Again, real things.
yeah, exactly. It is Battlefield. If they when they built the game, they decided they wanted to make a real Battlefield experience. Battlefield 4 being the best one still to my day. They've actually came together with various operatives that have worked in the SAS, the American Marines, stuff like that, just like Rainbow Six Siege did, to get the motion, all that sort of shit. So on Call of Duty, right, you're not going to get some cunt wearing a green suit doing movements. Whereas
No.
on Battlefield, that's exactly how they did it.
Yeah.
They got someone in a green suit and they did maneuverability to create that immersive
experience.
feeling. Yeah, on Call of Duty, they didn't do that. It was a computer animation that they used as a fucking dot to dot, you know?
Well,
Which is
'cause
fine as well, but it's
having
all
a gun
about
with
that
an
experience.
exhaust system coming off it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Do you know,
yeah,
it's like, come on.
exactly.
It just got out of hand, mate, and it's just money making fucking bullshit. But you know, I mean, you know, there is fucking faults with Battlefield. I won't sit here and say, oh, it's the best game since sliced bread. You know, I would have loved to have had a campaign on fucking Battlefield. You know, an actual
I was
storyline game.
shocked. I was shocked at that because every Battlefield's had a campaign,
Yeah.
right? So anybody that's played the new Battlefield, McKay and Irish, them two characters have been around since Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Now, Battlefield 4 was McKay and Irish. Battlefield 3 was Irish. Battlefield 4 was Irish. Irish is the veteran of all the characters. So each character has a thing. Each character has been in the previous games, and the previous campaigns are fucking phenomenal. They were really fucking great. I don't know why the campaign's not here. Again, it would have been great to have one, and they might implement one at some point.
They could do. This is the thing they genuinely could do.
The game's
I'm not-
massive, man. There's a lot more that they can do.
Yeah, there is. There's tons. What else was I going to say? There's a lot of ups and like stuff in the air at the moment. Whether they're going to do a battle royale, I genuinely think they will. I reckon 6 months we'll have a battle royale going on in Battlefield. I
think-
don't know how.
If they do a battle royale on Battlefield, they're not going to do what COD did by having it just, well, COD. They're going to put in vehicles, and that's going to be a fucking issue for a lot of things until the vehicles are balanced out.
Yeah,
But the battle royale is not. They've already said if it's coming out, it's not going to be for at least 2 years in the
Yeah.
making until everything's smoothed over and we've got all the maps out. Bearing in mind, like I said before, Battlefield is an all-out war experience, and thus far on this Battlefield, it's just land and air. We haven't seen the water combat yet, and
No,
that's
this
to
is-
come. And I remember on the Pacific map back on Battlefield 4, that was a fucking phenomenal map for
Yeah.
fighting in the water. You know,
yeah, and the amphib stuff and all that was fucking
Yeah.
awesome, mate. You know what I mean? It was really well. I mean, look, you've already got hovercrafts ready. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna have your fucking land speeders and shit like that.
Yeah, they
force-
did. Yeah, they did. But it wasn't. Battlefield 5 was not a good Battlefield.
I didn't like
It
Battlefield
really
5.
wasn't.
I genuinely loved Battlefield 1. I fucking thought it was a phenomenal, great game. And then I was so excited about Battlefield 5, and then ultimately massively disappointed as well. And I
You
think
know what? Battlefield
Battlefield
5 was created by fuck, what's the name of that? It's Ravensoft or some shit. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of them. Anyway, they built Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield
Yeah.
Hardline didn't feel like Battlefield
Trash
at
as
all. It
well.
was cops and fucking
Yeah.
robbers.
yeah.
You know,
But
it was
you got
shit.
to look at it, I think genuinely when they brought out Battlefield 5, which was the last Battlefield game, obviously, it put a lot of people off. I think it
It did.
pushed a
And
lot of people towards Call of Duty, I think.
they said the only reason they did it is because of the hype and the popularity of Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 being the Great War, but like the First World War.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5 was American and British versus Nazis. And yeah, we've seen that in so many fucking games. From the original Call of Duties, the original Battlefields, the original Medal of Honors, the original Rainbow Six Siege. Fact is, we've had that and it's past it. It's old. We don't want future tech, but we don't want old shit. We want down and gritty fucking Call of Duty. We want down and gritty Battlefield. Look at when Modern Warfare first came out. That was a gritty Afghan war, and we all loved it.
Yeah. Look at
2044. Boom.
2042 now already. You know, we're talking what 20 odd years ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, and it's not like you've got that futuristic touch to it. It's still realism, which is genuinely what 20 years ahead's going to be, you know?
I should say, right, on that comment right there. So our military right now, in reality, we're not talking about how awesome we are on Battlefield. I'm talking about our military right now have just modernized majority of our forces. So our forces have just trained in AI robotics. We have the Ranger dog that's on Battlefield. We have that. We have robotic soldiers. We have artificial soldiers. Yeah, exactly. We have all that shit right now, but they haven't implemented too much of that in the new Battlefield. And that's what I like. They're not trying to force that shit onto people because they know that that's not what we want. We don't want another Titanfall. We don't want another Advanced Warfare. We don't want that shit. They tried that. Like, they generally tried that in Battlefield 4's last DLC. Fucking Dragon's Blood or some shit. And it went a little bit too future tech and people were like, what is this? We don't like this. So they pulled it back and they stopped. They listened. They
listened. This is what we're trying to get the point across. So like with DICE and stuff, they fucking listen to what you say. You know, with COD, you know, if you put something up on Instagram or fucking Twitter or anything saying, COD, this is why are you doing that? You know, we'll talk about the hacking system. Like, why has it taken this long for COD to implement a fucking hacking system? Because they don't give a fuck. They do not listen to the fucking people. They don't give a shit. Okay. It's just one of those things, and it's like they're not gonna. They want to make money. This is going back to the whole store thing. This is going back to everything. It's a money making system, but at the end of the day, without your fans, you are nothing. And this goes for fame. This goes for everyone. Without your fans, you are nothing. And what I like about the whole Battlefield thing, the DICE thing, is they listen to what they listen to what we want. So if 100 people say the same thing, they're going to take note of that. But if 100,000 people say the same thing in COD, they don't fucking listen to you. They don't change anything. You know, I'm talking literally 100 people turning around and saying, this is OP, this needs changing. Next update, boom, gone. Because they know it's upsetting people. You can't always win in a game. You can't always get everything right in a game. There is no perfect game in my eyes. There's always something that's wrong. There's always a little fucking glitch. There's something we're going to moan about. We're never always going to be happy, but they're still listening to the majority of people's fucking votes, basically, of what's going on. And that's what I like. And that's why I will always be a Battlefield fan in my eyes.
Battlefield is, without a doubt, one of my favorite war games. And I played a good few war games. I remember back in the day, Desert Storm, you know?
Yeah.
Desert Storm was a great game. Jungle Warfare was a great game. SOCOM was a fucking great game. Ghost Recon was a great game. But the whole thing. But Battlefield is one of my favorite games because it's all out there and it does force you to do teamwork. Like Ghost Recon, yeah, it does force you to do teamwork now, but it didn't used to.
It's like what I think
used to either, but the new Rainbow Six Siege, let's fucking face it, we've played that, and that is a tactical awareness fucking game because that was created by at least 15 different special forces units around the world.
Exactly. Obviously, there's one game that I truly loved when I was younger and stuff like that was Medal of Honor, and that was such a fucking phenomenal game, which I'm shockingly surprised they never continued. Do you know what I mean? After it literally like disappeared after a while. I think Medal of Honor 2, and then what was it after that? There was
Rise of the Sun.
Yeah, and then it just kind of just faded away.
They brought out a new one. What was it on? I think it was PlayStation 3. They brought it out, and it was actually really fucking good. It was really fucking good. And I don't know what happened to the company or what happened to the game franchise. It went.
I might have to look
But
into
I
that.
feel if they were to bring out a new Medal of Honor with a whole new perspective on the way that they did the last games, they would compete on the run in the top 2 with Battlefield, and Call of Duty would be left behind because nobody wants Call of Duty anymore.
Huh.
It's a hacky, buggy, fucking fuck up of a mess. And let's fucking face it, Xbox and PlayStation don't want Activision's company right now with all the shit that they're going on.
No,
You
exactly.
know, I mean,
mean-
Blizzard is owned by Activision, right? And then Blizzard make World of Warcraft. They make fucking Diablo. Diablo 4 has been pushed back because of this shit. World of Warcraft's expansions have been pushed back. Call of Duty Vanguard has been taken off the exclusive list for Xbox and PlayStation because of what's going on.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
It's insane, isn't it? And it's going to die. It will die a death.
It's already dead, in my opinion, man. Honestly, people just like the novelty of wanting to jump on and spin around and do some trick shot and get a fucking bunch of likes on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, I love where Battlefield is.
So I was Dice that. Sorry, we're just reading tech.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
Dice
just for
the
guys that
Medal of
don't
Honor.
know. Yeah. That. But again, like, look at Medal of Honor, right? I've just turned around without even thinking about Dice running it, saying it's a fucking amazing game, and look who's fucking making it. Dice.
Exactly. Oh, so
You know what I mean?
technically, Medal of Honor is still alive.
It is Battlefield.
It is Battlefield.
I'm quite happy to fucking take that.
I'll take
away.
a Medal of Honor within the Battlefield. There you go. We'll mix that shit up. That's how you do
How
it.
cool would that be? That would be fucking insane. You know, but what else is there? I'm trying to think. So yeah, you know, Battlefield isn't the best game in the world.
Right now, it's not because
right
it's just
now,
been
but
released.
I would genuinely happily turn around and say I will never play COD again in my life.
The
And
thing that's letting Battlefield down the most right now is the comms.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that. I think the
No.
main reason why they did that is to try and stop the hate. But let's fucking
Yeah.
face it. I've been an abusive little cunt in that chat, and so is
Oh.
everybody else. We need the comms.
Yeah.
And the way that the comms worked in the previous Battlefields is it ran through squads. So you can
Yes.
still talk to the whole team via the chat list, but
Yeah.
for communication wise, it only ran through your own squad, and they need to implement that.
Yeah.
I realized back then it wasn't crossplay, but it is now, and that's what
Yeah.
they need to take.
That's one of the biggest issues with our, you know, we have got guys that want to play with us and stuff, but some are on PS and
Yeah,
you know, Xbox, I'm on PC and stuff like that, and we haven't got that. Like, some people can't sit and play with Discord because they can't run it at the same time, or they can't have the earphone settings.
that's the thing. Microsoft have made it so PC and Xbox can crossplay and can communicate,
Yeah.
whereas PlayStation's been left behind.
Yeah.
And that's fine because PlayStation's shit. Charlotte, you're watching. but like it is what it is. Discord
Yeah.
is there. WhatsApp, we use that now. When the chat comes out, it's going to be a lot better. And I think
Definitely.
those of you that are not on Xbox that have come to play with us so far and haven't enjoyed it, give it time, give the game time. If you don't want to play it right now, you have it when the communications come out, and that's where you'll find the real experience, when we're actually communicating and you're hearing the blast in your fucking ears and shit.
And I've
So-
see that's another thing I've got to turn around and say is the sounds and the gameplay side is fucking phenomenal. When you
You have
hear
it
it,
on point, right?
it's like footsteps. You can hear so much better than you can in COD. You got aircrafts going over your head, and it's literally like an actual fucking situation that you're in. Like it's fucking next level, and they've done that right. They've done it so right. Even the fucking the sound of gunfire, and that's just fucking mint. But yeah, like you said, hopefully, I'd say I give it another 3 months, and the game will be at that level where it's absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Well, see, the thing is, right? I think they're only giving us the 2 update advance. So we've had this is now the 3rd update from today, right? Now we've got the first update when the game was released, because I had it a week before. Second update came a week after it was released. Third update came out today. So once this update In fact, it's already rolled out, so it's there. I'll check the forums when we get off the podcast, and anybody that is interested, I'll post it somewhere. Fuck knows where, but I'll post it. And I think we've got a lot of shit happening on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Again, the forums are there for anybody to go on and say, look, I'm having this issue. Can we fucking fix this? And straight away, EA will be like, right, we're going to put that in your thing. And it's not an automated service. On Twitter, they've actually got the EA community standards team that have direct communications with you. And I've already put shit on Twitter that have been replied to by the communications team, and they put it in the forums, and it's in the running for it. I'm not the only person that's asked for it too. So that's one of the votes. The more votes on what's the issue will get done first. That's how they are. That's how they're operating that. So if we're having that spawn issue, and 50 out of say 60 do that shit, that'll be the first point up there. Whereas whatever's less in the votes will be the last point, and that's fine.
But that's how it should be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
it's like,
100%.
you know, you get a problem paying a bill. What's the first thing you do? You jump on the phone and speak to a person. You know what I mean? With this, there's a communication system where you're saying, right, something's wrong with your fucking game. You need to sort it out, and it's being done. And that's what I like. And I know we keep going back to it, guys, but you've got to understand playing COD and stuff like that and being so fucking frustrated sometimes with stuff not being sorted and being fixed, and you just kind of, you're in this like vicious fucking circle of doing the same thing over and over and over. Whereas you go into Battlefield, I think every game's different. It's literally, you may be on the same map, but every game's fucking different.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Plus you're getting a longer gameplay. You're getting, it's just a really good game, and I'm not trying to fucking push it out there on people. If you don't like Battlefield, you don't like Battlefield. It's one of those things. But
fucking get the game.
yeah, but no, like, you know, give it a fucking go. It's far better in COD. It's very hard to go from, like, even me and Jace struggled a little bit going back into the actual gameplay of Battlefield from playing COD so much, but we got there in the end, you know. And now it's like 2 weeks in and we're back to our fucking standards of playing Battlefield again, which is fucking awesome. So it's a fucking damn good game, and I recommend it. And go for it. It's definitely up there, and it's going to be one of the best games, I reckon.
I think so, 100%, absolutely. And I can't wait to see where it goes. Again,
100%.
The battle side of stuff on the water, that's to come.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I got a feeling a fucking jungle map's going to pop up at some point and stuff like that. And
100% it will. Absolutely, absolutely. What do we have right now? We've got Antarctica on Breakaway. I hate that fucking map, by the way. We've got Colonoscopy, which is in South Korea, and that's a city map.
What's we've got the desert one that goes into like a communist, not a communist, a colonized kind of unit, haven't you? Where it's like you've got desert straight to a wall, and then you've got greenlands and stuff like that, where it's been like
yeah. So that's India is what that one is. That's deserted, is it? I can't remember. Something like that. There's Hourglass as well. That's in Qatar. And that's a great fucking map. That's the one where the whole map is, it's obviously it's Qatar, it's the Middle East, but the desert's just kind of taking it over, and it's purely sand. So we fight on Echo 1, Echo 3, and Echo 2, but Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and Alpha 3 are at the football stadium. Yeah. So the game has various different things. I think because there's no campaign, they can go anywhere they want with the maps, and I think that's a great idea. You know, whereas Call of Duty copy and paste their maps from various different Call of Duty games, so you're always playing the same recycled shit over, and then they try and implement maps from campaign. With Battlefield not having the campaign, I reckon they can do anything they fucking want with the maps. I mean, that's pretty diverse already. From South Korea, India, Qatar, and Antarctica, and the other one, I can't remember where that one is. So it's, 5 different massive fucking maps that feels like a triathlon. And the tickets on the Conquest isn't like fucking 500 tickets. It's 1,300 tickets that you need to get from 1,300 to 0 by capturing flags.
Yeah.
You know, so the games go on for a good fucking 40 to 45 minutes a game, and that's what you want. It's
Yeah.
an all-out warfare experience, and I love it.
And I'll tell you now, it doesn't feel like 45 minutes either.
I mean, it does when I'm running on fucking foot.
when somebody nicks your tank, yeah.
When someone steals my fucking vehicles, aye, the cunts.
But anyway, I think that's pretty much where we can go with this, guys.
Yeah, we are. That's it.
But give it a whirl. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Don't just go off the fucking people bitching and moaning about it right now, because they're fucking wankers anyway, and they ain't got a clue about real fucking tactical gameplay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But from myself, thank you for coming in and watching. Please like the video if you like it, share it, get us out there. Don't forget our TikTok. We're really trying to get that up and going. Really, we need to get content and stuff for it, which should happen too.
The TikTok's there. We need to try and get video clips cut and done. I honestly wouldn't even begin to understand how to do that shit. So we'll probably get our technical genius to do that at some point when he's not busy, because he's wrapping up. He's not wrapping up. He's starting up a massive thing right now. I'm not saying fuck all about it. He has mentioned it in the group chat, but it's not our thing to mention. But he's working on a project that's going to be phenomenal, and I hope when it's out, everybody's going to get a shot on playing it and doing it, and it's that right there is the hint. So
yeah, good luck to him, and it's going to be awesome. But anyway, I think we're going to knock on there. I think me and Jay's going to go and play Battlefield now anyway.
We are going to go and play Battlefield. I love talking to you guys, but you know what? My hands are getting really sore from just sitting here doing fucking nothing. I must have to kill somebody.
Masturbating. That's why.
You know what? It's that too. I've rigorously hurt myself. Anyway, we're going to go and play some Battlefield.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We should be back. Guys, I've just got to quickly say I'm so sorry about the whole mix-up of what days we're on and stuff like that at the moment. It's been we've had a bit of a challenging month, to say the least. I reckon there's been a lot. It has been a
challenging month, very hard 2 weeks, but
yeah, but we're
going to get better. I feel it.
We're going to try and run things a lot better and get a bit more on point with everything, and get this every Wednesday going instead of Thursday night and stuff like that. So,
to be fair, the reason why we did Thursday night tonight is it was my idea. I was working last night, and a lot of you know that I do night shift. I like to get, because I'm struggling to sleep right now, so I like to get a little bit of a nap before I go to work. So with me doing the podcast tonight, it made sense because I'm off tonight, which means I'm going to be playing Battlefield most of the night. Yeah, Aaron, we are going to start an Xbox party, and you're more than welcome to join it. 100%, you can come join our party. I will let you know when we're on it, and I will send you an invite. I am appearing offline, but I think I will appear online just so you can join us.
Yeah, but guys, yeah, we will get the system running smoothly again soon. So please just bear with us. Obviously, this is all still quite new and stuff like that, but we will get our professional heads back on, and we'll make this fucking even better than it is now. So, but much love, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday evening.
See you in a bit, guys. Enjoy.